Okay, with this video, guys, we are going to do some basic arithmetic. All right, I gave you guys this in a Word document, all of these formulas that you will see on the IGCSE. First video, we're going to run through about half of them. Second video, we'll try to do the other half. Okay, so let's have a look at this. This is the Excel practice file that I had on Plato for you guys. You guys downloaded it, started working on in class, and let's go through some of these simple formulas that you'll need to know. Okay, so highest score. I want to figure out what is the highest score on my test 2 results. Okay, so I start all my formulas with equal. The max formula, the max function will tell me what are my highest scores in a bunch of cells. So all I did for that was equals max, parenthesis, and then I selected the cells that I wanted to choose from, E4, E4, down to E12. Okay, and that tells me, hey, what's my highest score in this bunch? And it says that it is 10. Quick look, 9, 6, 5, 2, 2. Yep, 10 is my highest score. Lowest score then, I want to do the minimum function, equals min. Oops, parenthesis, select my values, all right, end of parenthesis, and that tells me my lowest score. So the min function will tell me in my list of selected values what is my lowest one. According to this, it is 5. Quick look, let's do. Yep, 5 looks like it is the lowest. All right, total scores. I want to sum up all of my test 2 scores. So very simple, equals the sum function will handle that. Okay, so equals sum parenthesis, select all my values that I want. Those are my values. End of parenthesis, hit enter. So that just added up everything in test 2, equals sum. My range of values in this column, test 2, just simply added up everything that's in there. Average, I want to find out what my average test score is in test 2. Very simple. I just click in equals average. All right. I select my list of values that I want. Okay. Hit enter, and that tells me my average. My average test score then is 7.1. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to use the count and the count A function. Okay, the count A function, the count function will find out how many values, how many number values I have in a range of selected values. And let's see what that looks like. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 students in this class. 4 of them wrote the test. 1 has a NA. Okay, so if I do the count equals count formula, all right, that will tell me, I'll do equals count, I'll select all my values, equals count, the count function will spit back how many of my selected range of values actually has a number in it. Okay, so that tells me that in this list of values, B3 to B7, I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 students that actually have a number value in there. Okay, if I want to find out the total in this class, whether they have a number value or whether they've got a text value, in other words, did they write the test and get a score, or is that test information not available? I do the count A equals count A, parenthesis, select my values again, end of parenthesis, hit enter. Okay, so the count A will return everything that has something in it, whether it's a number or whether it's text in there. So count A tells me that I've got 5 students total in this class, whether they've written the test and have a number value in their test score, or whether they've got some sort of text in there telling me what's going on. All right, let's go over to sheet 3 and let's do the integer and the round up. Okay, so In sheet 3, I've got student percentages, okay? And I've already done an average, okay? So equals average. You can see here, this is simply the average function, which has done an average of all of these values here from A2 to A9. Okay, if I want to, first thing I want to do, say I want to change that average number into an integer, okay? They might ask you to do that. I just do this, equals int okay? So all I did was I put a parenthesis around the already calculated value. And I want to change that from a decimal number into an integer, a full integer with no decimal. So I just use the int formula, put my parenthesis around whatever it is that I want, and that'll turn my whatever number is there into an integer. Okay, let's say I want to keep that decimal though. Okay, let's say I want to keep the decimal. Let's say that on the instructions it says you want to round out the average of all the test scores to 1 decimal place. All right, then we do the round function. Okay, round. Okay. So I do that. I select whatever it is that I want. Okay. Now it'll say that I want it to be 1 decimal place. Semicolon 1. Okay. So let's do that. Yep. And that has changed it to a 1 decimal place number. So the round function, same thing, you put in equals round, that starts the formula for the roundup. We put in our parenthesis around whatever value we want to have for our rounding number, then semicolon, and that 1 tells me how many how many decimals I want. I can select 1, let's try 2, I've got 2 decimal places, okay, and so on and so forth. Let's do 3, oops, 3 decimal places, okay? Let's put it back to 1. All right, so yeah, that's a couple basic arithmetic formulas. We'll go into some of the more complicated ones in the next videos. Thanks, guys.